Water Buffalo TM is back with another Buff Talk.
3, 2, 1. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Old School Matt here. We're back with another Buff Talk. Today, I have my close friend, childhood friend of mine, Charlie Oneill, on the podcast. We're going to be talking about just a bunch of different things and his new business and kind of going back in time and talking about our childhood and growing up and just having a good conversation. So welcome to the show, Charlie.
Yo.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Can you move the mic a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go.
Cool. So yeah, Charlie and I, we grew up together in the same neighborhood, and we kind of shared a lot of childhood memories together, and we had a lot of good times growing up. And Charlie and I played a lot of sports together, and I don't know, it's kind of like had that childhood. One of the people that you just remember growing up, right?
Yeah.
We had a lot of good times together. I was always the youngest one in our friend group, so I was kind of looked up to Charlie and other guys around me. And we had a couple cool moments growing up. Do you remember any of the stuff that we did together? Kind of crazy shit?
Crazy? Not really crazy, but I remember playing like baseball together.
Baseball.
I'm the reason you even got into baseball.
Yeah, that's true. It was always you and your dad that had my dad was always there helping out, but your dad kind of knew a little bit more about baseball.
Yeah.
I think that kind of helped me start to play. I do remember we played like a lot of, especially younger age, right?
Yeah.
Baseball together.
Yeah, literally.
Helped out a lot. But do you remember anything like growing up that kind of any outstanding moments that like you were talking about Eric and I playing golf? I don't remember a lot of things, and I kind of want to see which things you remember.
I don't really remember like anything crazy. I feel like playing like manhunt at the clubhouse and like getting yelled at by the guard gate.
Going on top of the roof. Because the thing is, like, I was always the youngest one. Everyone was always older than me. I didn't hang out with you guys all the time because like sometimes kids were like in high school and me and you were still in like elementary school or middle school.
Yeah.
But I remember one time your dad got like those crazy ass fireworks.
No, yeah.
And we blew the fucking the bucket wide open.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
In the backyard, the windows were shattering.
And the fucking there was a giant snake on 4th of July. Like there was one year your dad got these giant fireworks and they were like, I don't know if they were legal or not.
I don't know. I don't know where he got them.
Yeah. It's something I also wanted to talk about too, is like your dad and how you guys kind of, your whole family, especially you and your mom, I think kind of helped him grow the business, right?
Yeah.
Growing up and stuff like that.
And most of my mom, yeah. They like started, they were dirt poor. Like my dad came from nothing. He literally was living on his own at 14, 15. And was just working his whole life, and like he's one of the people I look up to now because of it. Because I get my drive and my motivation to do everything. I see that like you're not stuck. You know what I mean? Like anything that happened, you could be living in the streets, and it don't matter. Like you just got to get up and go work. Just take it one day at a time. And they started it. What was it 2001, I think? And now they're saying like they're the top 10 flooring company in the nation right now.
I know he was telling me about that yesterday. His dad and I went to go move a pool table yesterday, and just really thankful for him. And obviously he's probably, I would say, one of the more successful people that I've, kind of grown up around. And I mean, I would think that, growing up in that household, because you were born in what, 98?
Yeah, 98.
You saw that like kind of flourish, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of go
when
from
I was
that.
growing up, like they didn't really start doing really well till like probably senior year of high school, like going away to college. My sister really got to grow up with like them doing really well. Before that, they were just doing like, they were doing good. Like, I'd always had food on the table, you know what I mean? But like, it wasn't like what it's at now.
In high school and shit like that, you worked for him, didn't you? You did,
in the summers I worked for him, yeah.
How did, like, a year over year, how did you see it, like, just kind of explode? Do you remember, like, that moment where it was kind of, like, just one day?
Not really, like, I feel like it more exploded when I was, like, it was under, like, I didn't really see it. I was younger when it was kind of, like, growing. Okay, I didn't really see, like, I always knew, like, my dad was always working and stuff, like, always, like, my dad was never really there on the weekend and stuff. He was always doing, like, side jobs and stuff like that. So, like, I really didn't see that part of it, but, like, now I see how big it actually is. Like, we're doing hospitals in Miami. We're doing, like...
stadiums and shit, too, right?
Yeah, we did those fan store in the Miami Marlins Stadium. We're doing, like, every Wells Fargo from, like, Port St. Lucie to Miami. We've done 20 this year already. It's crazy the amount of, like, work that we actually are doing, and, like, seeing it go from, like, what it was to now is just kind of, like, mind-blowing. You know what I mean? And there's still so much room to grow. We might end up moving to doing a satellite office in the West Coast.
Yeah, your dad was telling me about that in Tampa. But who is like? I'm sure your dad has like a couple core guys outside of like you and your mom.
Yeah.
Like who has like always been there for you guys, like in terms of like working with
Our hourly guys have been with us since the company started. We have a guy named Brad. Brad's been there for you. I mean, you met Brad. Yeah. He's been there since the company started. Yeah, he went away for a little bit because he hates flooring, but always comes back because he doesn't have a better job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have Puran. He's 69, 70, and he's been working since he was freaking 20s with us. Like,
really?
Yeah, like he's just been with my dad forever, and he's never gonna leave. He said, "I'll never go to another company."
Wow.
And we have Bob, you met Bob too.
I think so.
Boston Bob.
I think so.
He's a tall, skinny, friggin' old guy. Smokes like a chimney.
Yeah.
And he's been with us since this company started too. It's like those guys like really just help. Like it's those guys do great. But it's really the office that's like keeping the company like going good. Like we have a good office core right now.
Who works there? You, your mom?
I'm not in the office right now.
Okay.
I just moved back into the office. I was running the field.
Okay.
And I moved back in the office to be like management, to kind of run like the warehouse and estimating and all that. We have a really good estimator right now. We have Patty, Jason's wife.
Yeah, the lady who lives in our neighborhood.
Yep. She's in the office, and then who's like kind of the number 2 to my mom.
Okay.
And then we have like 2 assistants that do like bidding and stuff like that.
So your mom runs like the, I guess, back end side of it, and your dad is out there.
Yeah. My dad's the face of the company. My mom I tell my mom all the time, I was like, without you, this company would be nothing.
Yeah.
Because she really does like everything. My dad goes to these meetings and he's the face. He knows knowledge. But like without my mom, without both of them, really, like they're a good team. Like without one of them in the picture, the company goes under.
Yeah.
And that's why if like somebody even went to go buy our company, it would not be as well as it is.
Yeah, your dad told me about that actually.
Yeah,
that's someone who was thinking about buying.
Yeah, he had met up with a broker, but it's like he said it's not enough money. Like nowadays, like the amount of money that he wanted to give them isn't enough to live on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's not worth it to me. So he's like, I'm gonna
build
it, and then maybe give it over to you, whatever. Like we'll see how it goes. But that's something they're kicking around. They're not getting any younger. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Your dad's what, 50 some years old?
54.
54.
Yeah.
Your mom's the same age?
50.
When you got like first, what was the first summer you went to go work for him? How was that, like hell? You make you fucking do a lot of stuff?
Nah, yeah. Actually, the first time I went to work with him, I was like 15.
I remember you guys would be like, hey, do you want to work? You asked me a couple times, do you want to work? I just never, I was lazy. I don't know why.
Nah, yeah. We, all the kids in the neighborhood, like Tommy, Nick, Eric, all of us, we rode in the back of a box truck all the way to Orlando.
Maybe I did once. I think I may have done.
You probably might have worked once
or twice.
One weekend, yeah.
But anyways.
But no, yeah, we drove all the way from here to Orlando in the back of a box truck.
Really?
All the kids were just laying back there, and we got to the job in Macy's in Orlando, and I'm working or whatever, and like I was freaking 14, 15. I looked like a jit, you know what I mean? And one of the contractors come up to us, and he's like, how old is your son? And he's like, he's 15. He's like, all right, well, you can't be here.
Really?
Yeah, they kicked me off the job. I was like, all right, sweet. I'm getting paid to sit in the AC truck. So I went and sat in the truck, took a nap, and just waited until he finished the job in the truck. So I wasn't allowed to be on the job. Got to be 18, child labor laws and all that good stuff.
Did you ever like complain about working with your dad or no?
I mean, I really wasn't into it. I honestly, like, I've never really liked the flooring industry. I felt like I saw more for myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it's just because I wasn't like, I was a young kid. I was coming from Tallahassee partying. I wasn't really into it. I wanted to be my own boss, but I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do yet, which nobody really knows what they want to do at my age.
Yeah.
And kind of just finally like figured it out. I was like, this is a good thing. Like, why would I mess it up by being an idiot? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize how much money you can make doing like those type of jobs.
Trades, yeah.
Yeah, trades.
Yeah, like, dude, like plumbing, electrician, like all that. It's like, it's easy to get into. It's not easy to do, but it's like easy to get into, you learn, and you could be making that $30 to $40 an hour just in a few short years, like being a helper. It's really like, if you're not the type of person who likes school, get into a trade. Like as soon as out of high school, doing a trade is probably the best thing because you'll never go hungry.
And then you put in like 5 to 7 years, and then you do something like your dad does, start his own business.
Exactly.
And then get to the point to where you're not even doing the jobs anymore? You're just, because you guys do like subcontracting, right? Like,
Yeah, we have subs and we have hourly guys. My dad has the subs. He'll send them out, go do their jobs. My dad's never on his knees anymore. And
Yeah.
if he is, it's because he wants to help. He's doing a lot more work than he should be at this point. But it's just my dad's a workaholic. You know how he is. Even when he retires, he's not going to be able to work.
Exactly. But like at the end of the day, like the goal is like to do something like what your dad did. And it's possible. Not saying that, you know, your dad didn't work hard, your dad worked his ass off, but anybody out there that has like a vision and can put in the work and put in the years that your dad put to make the business can definitely build at least something.
Yeah, exactly. But like what people get like discouraged is they try to start something and they think they're going to be rich overnight.
Yeah.
And all these younger kids like, oh, like I'm going to be the next Justin Bieber. I'm going to be the next freaking TikTok star. Like, it's not like, that's not realistic. Yeah, granted, this time of age, it's very easy to go viral and get famous and make money like that, but that's not, what are you going to do that? You're going to do that when you're 45? You got to see like long-term big picture. And that's why it's so hard for people to see that. They just see like that short-term quick money, and it's a lot of hard work. You see like these big successful companies, you don't see what they did before that.
Yeah, I mean, people, I'm sure people look at your dad and they're like, wow, he's a successful guy. Yeah. But they didn't see the 20 some years that he was literally
on his knees. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like my friend's like, oh, like you've always been rich. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, I've never like been like this like well off before. Like this is all new. Like in high school, I had everything I wanted. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, oh, I didn't have what I wanted, but like, it's not how like the outside looked. You know what I mean? Like just because you own a company doesn't mean you're rich.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
And your dad, you and your mom and your whole family's put in like sacrifice a lot.
Exactly.
To make the business grow.
A lot.
For sure. And like we're talking about trades, I think a lot of people don't realize how like you said, lucrative trades are, but how important they are too. Like if nobody does construction, nobody does AC, no one does like fucking electrical or whatever.
Exactly.
I'm not very knowledgeable about it, but there's a ton of other trades. What else? Fucking
plumbing.
What's the one that
drywall,
welding and shit like that?
Drywall. There's a ton of trades,
and I think
there's trade schools all over.
I think people are getting lazy enough nowadays to where, I mean, me and you both know like guys are more feminine nowadays. They're not like the type of guys that go out there and do the actual work. So there's less of those type of guys out there, and people that have a mindset of long term can jump into a trade and then start their own business. 5-10 years down the road once they have the experience.
And it's really just comes down to like doing it right. You know what I mean? Like that's why my dad's so successful. Like if he does the job and they're not happy, something's wrong, he's there the next day having somebody fix it. There's no like, oh, like figure it out. Sorry, like you already paid us. Like no, like my
customer service.
Yeah, it's all about being there, answering your phone, and whatever problem arises, there's gonna be problems. It's never gonna be flawless. There might be a job that goes flawless. Yeah, great, that's awesome. It's a good day. But every time somebody calls my dad's phone, there's an issue, and that's where it comes down. It's like he's always answering the phone. He's there. You know what I mean? Like any problem that happens, he's fixing it. It's being just available.
How are you and your dad like? Are you guys the same? Because me and my dad are different people. My dad and I share some similar traits, but I think me and my dad are just a little different. Are you and your dad the same, or are you guys different?
We were very similar, and it kind of comes into like a lot of like issues. You know what I mean? Like we're just like we're so close and so similar that we butt heads a lot. And my dad's not the brightest person. He's dropped out of high school. Like he has no like actual book knowledge. Like he couldn't even spell college right now.
Yeah, but I don't think you're
no, but he's not a stupid person. He's smarter in other ways, and that's what gets you farther in life. You can sit and look at a book all day and it doesn't matter. Like you could it's about being street smart and being smart enough to just work, you know what I mean? But in that sense, I'm a lot more book smart in the sense of like me and my mom are similar in that way. But I also have that from my dad. So I have I feel like I have both
best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds, yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, we have a lot of similarities, like doing the same stuff, and it's cool. You know what I mean? Like growing up, we're like really close. If I'm half of the worker he is, I'm gonna be very successful in life.
Yeah, me and my dad are super close, but we're very different in our personalities. So I was just curious to see like, so you take some from your mom, some from your dad. I think I'm the same too. I think I take some from my mom, some from my dad.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, your dad, was he born in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he grew up in a completely different culture. You know what I mean?
100%.
So like you grew up here in South Florida, which is probably one of the most toxic towns in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my dad and my mom grew up outside of this country, so they bring in different cultural,
different culture.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little different, which I think is good, but it's also like you gotta find the good in that. Like one of the good things about being Vietnamese and I guess Hispanic too is like you have a lot of respect for people that are older than you, and a lot of times that's a good thing, but also a lot of times like having I don't want to say this in a bad way, but having too much respect for people that are above you in a way can kind of hold you back.
Yeah,
it can kind of not make you want to achieve and be like, if you have a boss, you never want to like be better than your boss. But I think that at some point, especially whenever you're trying to work your way up or keep leveling up in life, you gotta at some point just keep going. You can't just stay below somebody.
Yeah, it's like an old saying, like if you're swimming in a pool or an ocean next to the person, you just gotta swim faster than that person, not get eaten by the shark.
Exactly.
You just gotta be better than the next person.
Yep.
That's the only way that you're gonna get ahead in life. You guys want to be better than them.
100%. We can switch it a little bit because you're talking about your dad's business. We can switch it over to your business a little bit. You have the Only Manager. Do you have anything else you're doing? I saw like something with cars you're doing.
Yeah. So I do the Only Manager. It started off like a little side hustle. It's just an extra income. But I also do like exotic car rentals and stuff like that. Just extra money, dude. I'm always looking for the next thing to get money. Like I don't care.
Where do you rent those cars out? Because it's funny you're doing that. My buddy and a team of kids from UF started an app called Aspect Lifestyle. It's like a Airbnb for exotic cars and home rentals. They're doing it in California. I don't know how successful they are, but how did that car? What is there a name for it, or are you just kind of like selling?
I'm a broker, so like I get like a wholesale rate, and then whatever my rate is, then I just upsell it to somebody else, and the extra profit's mine.
Nice. Who is the people you?
Oh, I have no idea. I just reached out to them one day.
Nice. Just
to have like that in my back pocket.
Yeah, that's something your dad was talking to me about yesterday too. I wish you would have came with us yesterday. It would have been cool. Me and your dad kind of caught up because I haven't seen your dad in like a couple months, maybe not a year. He was talking about like when, kind of like you were saying earlier, when he was coming up, he was always like doing extra side shit. And I was telling him that I'm like, I have my business, but I also working and doing consulting for other people and trying to make money wherever I can. And he's like, that's the best. He's like, I tell Charlie that all the time is if you want to be rich, you can't just do your 9 to 5. You have to
do everything else. Yeah. I mean, that's what me. I work for my parents all day and then go home and I'm doing everything for my company. It's like it never ends. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I mean, that's not life. You know what I mean? Like I do that, but I also make time for myself. So like self-care. You want to, like, I go to the gym, I go golfing, I go out with my friends on the weekends if I want to. You got to prioritize like getting your work done and having fun. Like we're in our 20s, dude. Like we're going to work our ass off and then we're going to be looking back like, where did my 20s go? You're going to be 35, you're going to be rich, but you're going to be unhappy because you didn't have a life. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. You have to have a good balance, I feel like. The good thing about me, me doing Water Buffalo and having this is like, it's kind of fun for me because I've always been like working out and like kind of like in that fitness industry, whether that be, I'm switching over to doing a little bit more like hybrid training and I'm hanging out with people that run now a little bit more, but I've always been a part of anything fitness. Ever since I was younger, I've always been a part of that. So just doing this and having this business is great because I can sit here and have a conversation with you in a podcast. So I can go and, talk to people that are kind of in my space. Yeah. So as much of a business this is, it's also a lot of fun for me, which is why I don't get burnt out. Exactly. Yeah. No, if you enjoy doing it, then you're never going to work. You know what I mean? Like this is just fun for you. Yeah. And I have I'm the same way with you. Like we both have our ways of getting the paycheck. Mm-hmm. We have our steady income from, you helping your parents with the business, working for them. Exactly. And I have a job and as you say, it's like you have to, you do have to give yourself time. So I picked up golf again, honestly, because I started golfing in like May. I went out with Chase Flores one day. I was supposed to do a tournament, like a golf tournament for some charity thing. And I was like, I don't have clubs. So I went and bought a pair of clubs and then I ended up not even doing it. So I had a brand new set of clubs. I was like, hey, let's go play because I'm not doing this fucking tournament. I was going to return them after we played, but I played that one day and I was like, damn, I kind of like this. Seriously, I still have the wrapper on the fucking clubs because I was going to return them. I have some of the plastic on there, but I really enjoyed it. And I've played probably 20, 25 times since May. Nice. I played a lot, so we had to go and play. But anyways, getting back to kind of like what we were talking about was
your businesses and stuff. And I know this, you wanted to talk about Only Managers, and I kind of want to figure out what it's about and kind of hear about that space because it's interesting.
It's a weird space, man. There's a lot of scumbags and stuff in the industry, and like a lot of scammers. Like these girls, they have millions and millions of followers, and they're getting reached out to by random people, like random like agencies or random people that are just like, oh, like we can make your account better, blah blah blah. They're like, no, like they're not. That's not what it is. They're just trying to take it over. Like that's why I pride my business on being like that. I'm trying to be the different person in the industry. Like I'm trying to end that stigma of only managers, like OnlyFans managers having that bad stigma attached to it. You know what I mean?
What do OnlyFans managers do? Because I've never gone on OnlyFans before. I stay away from that stuff. It's just a personal.
Honestly, when I started it, I didn't know a single thing. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I had no idea.
You winged it.
No, I'm just a good bullshitter, dude.
Yeah.
I can make anything sound good. And me and James Wong, we were in my house in Maine, and we were like sitting there, and he worked for another agency, and he's like, dude, he's like, they're underpaying me. I hate this. Like, it's not even worth it. Like, this girl's making $30K a month, and I'm getting paid $500.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know they're profiting way more. He's like, let's start our own. I was like, I'm down. Like, I don't know, I have nothing. I can do a side hustle. I'm with it. Yeah. So we bought the Instagram, started like building it up, started like hitting up girls on Instagram, and just like after we started it in March, by April we had our first model. By the end of April we had 5, and then now we were at 15. But then we started cutting it back to getting the way to keep these accounts growing and stuff. It's you have to have a lot of content. You have to keep having new content coming in, because the guys that are spending the money are going to buy everything. So you want to keep them happy. Like there's going to be a lot of people that don't buy anything on free accounts, especially. Like they're just there to say, oh, hey, how you doing? I know. Like if you're not spending money, I'm not going to say what's good to you. You know
so
what I mean?
what's OnlyFans about? Like, I know OnlyFans, obviously I know the concept. You pay and you get to see like what kind of personalized porn in a way, right?
It's not really personalized. I mean, it's kind of personalized. That's why they're on there, dude. Like they're following these girls on social media for a while, and then they're like, oh my God, they dropped an OnlyFans. Let's go check it out. Yeah. And you go and it's also for people like, oh, like a girl that you went to high school with, she ends up having an OnlyFans. You're like, oh my God, what?
You never got nudes from her in high school.
Exactly. You never bagged her, so you want to go see what's good going on in there. But that's really what it's about. It's like it's they get to go in there and they get that personalized feel, like they're actually talking to the girl, like.
And who are they actually talking to? Are they talking to the girl, or are they talking?
No, they're never talking to the girl. Yeah. I mean, some girls that if the girl runs her own account, yeah, they're talking to the girl.
So is it that these guys are just flooding these girls' DMs all the time? Like, are they like consistently hitting them up? Is that what part of the management thing is? Is that there's too much going on, type of thing?
It's these girls don't want to talk to these weirdos, dude. Dude, these girls, I swear I get like right now, like we're still growing, so it's just me and James doing the messages. I'm trying to find someone to do the messages for me. Hopefully overseas. I just don't know how to find somebody I trust. Like one guy hit me up and he sketched me out. I was like, you're weird. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna hand over some girl's account to you and you're just like being weird about it. But like right now it's just like trying to get to that point. I hate answering these messages, dude. Like right now I'm doing all the messages. We're scheduling pay-per-view stuff to send out. We're doing the marketing for the accounts. We're finding more girls. Like right now, I'm doing everything, and it's like
you gotta make chatbots.
Chatbots. I don't want it to be robotic, because then it loses that like personalized touch. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of good. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty good at the type of software development that I can do. Like I can write code, but I'm not like a master or anything. But I know that there's artificial intelligence out there, machine learning, that can. Maybe you can look into like buying a bot that could answer some of the generic ones, and then like when it gets more the generic, like whatever. I don't know how the messaging works, but maybe we talk about that like offline. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of these bigger accounts, they must get like thousands of messages.
Like right now I don't have like anything serious. Like our biggest model, she gets like, if I don't check the messages for like an hour or two, she'll have like 40 to 50 messages, and it piles up. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. She's not even big time. She has like 8,000 followers on her OnlyFans.
Wow.
And
there's girls with like hundreds of thousands, right?
Dude, there's girls like 100, 150K, like, and they're making that 6-figure income a month.
Oh, I know. Dude, they make my salary in 1 month.
Dude, they make most people's salary in 1 month. It's crazy. It's like, dude, like these guys, like just, the key isn't making them fall in love, dude. It's funny.
Oh, I know. It's like a strip club.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like you go to the strip club, you think like you're the only guy in her eyes. Like you love, like she loves you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that's why I was trying to advise a girl that I was talking to. I was helping her out with like her thing and just like trying to like, help her grow her account because she was like a smaller account. I didn't really want to like manage it. So I just advised her on everything. And I was like, look, I was like, you got to talk to them and like make them like just like adore you. You know what I mean? Like you got to make them feel like they are special to you. And so she was like, what do you mean? I was like, think about it. If you like a guy, you're gonna go like right up to him and be like, hey, I like you. No, you're gonna play the game. You're gonna play the game. You're gonna make him like give him a little bone, then pull it away. Like you're gonna just make it's all about the chase. It's human nature. They want what they can't have. So if you're out there sending a full tit pic and for free, now they've seen it all. They don't need to. They don't need to spend any money. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So like,
smart.
That's where you have to like kind of just like make them fall in love, and it's weird. It really is. I sit back and look at myself. I'm like, am I really sexting with dudes right now?
Yeah.
Like this makes it like it's like, what did my life come to?
I mean, I personally I have personal things that I just wouldn't get involved with that. But if I would get over, like, if let's just say if I was not against that type of stuff, that would be the best way to make a lot of money nowadays. I have friends that do the similar. I have a friend of mine who lives in Canada who does OnlyFans management, and he's making $12,000-$15,000 a month, and he doesn't even do it like seriously. He's like kind of like side gig type of thing. And he's like, dude, I guess what he told me is he had a couple times with a couple girls, and they ended up doing OnlyFans, and now he's like running their shit. And he's like, dude, if I took this seriously, and knowing what I know, he's a little older than us. He's like, because he's very good with like, I think he does automation, so he some type of development type of thing. So he'd be the type of guy to make bots and stuff. But he was saying like, if I would take this seriously, I could be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month easily. And to me, it's a no brainer. It's the best way to make money nowadays. I don't blame these girls for doing OnlyFans. I mean, who's gonna blame them?
No, yeah,
it's the guys are the ones who are giving them the money.
Dude, it's crazy. It really like. I still get like, I've been doing it for almost a year now. I guess it started in March, and like it's still like the stuff I see and how much money they're spending. It's like, it's crazy.
Do they spend it because they get like personalized videos and shit, or
they have the option. They can ask for customs and stuff like that.
Is it expensive?
I charge the fuck out of them. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I was like, if you want a custom video, it's $100.
So do they like? Is it like negotiation? Is it like, hey, or is it more like, hey, this is how much this is gonna cost?
Well, I have my set price. Like I make like a tip menu or whatever, and I send it out like saying like, oh, this is my tip menu, whatever you want. And then like they say, oh, that's too much money. I'm like, all right, well, what do you want? And then they say what they want. I can try to make a deal with them just to get the extra money. And it's more about like, we have our like, so we every day I set up the messages like a day or two ahead, just so like I just have to go in there and answer them. You know what I mean? It's much easier to do that than it is like every hour, like, oh shit, I need something out. So I set them up. I have like couple pay-per-view, whatever. And like our way we have our scheduled messages, it makes it to like where it optimizes their account. Cause in the messages, there's so many girls flooding. Like some of these guys follow 100 to 200 girls like on OnlyFans.
Oh my God.
So like, yeah, I know that they're spending like $200.
They must make a lot of money to do this shit.
Oh, some of them do. I don't understand. Like, I just feel like it's weird. Cause like, it doesn't have to be like a weird dude. It could just be some random like it could be like me and you just out there like, yo, it's good. And like, and then in the dark, they're just a weird OnlyFans creep. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know.
I mean, 200 people. It shows how many people they have.
No. But I'm just saying, like in general, like if they're following one person, they're gonna follow like, a few others. And
I mean, what is the average price of like OnlyFans subscription?
It can be free all the way up to 25, but the
25 is the highest.
I don't know. Like that's like the highest I've like seen. And some people like, if you're famous, you can do it. You can charge whatever. Like it's different. But like I like free accounts, because running the paid accounts, you have to like, they think they deserve a bunch of free stuff because they're subscribed for a monthly subscription, which I don't agree with. Like you're paying $15 a month, dude. Get over yourself. You're not gonna see everything. Yeah. So like I like free accounts because then they don't leave. They're always there, so you can bug them till they buy stuff.
Really? So you do free? You get them on the free plan?
I like free accounts. I like them more.
And then you upsell them. Like,
I really like the free ones better because you make more money in the messages. You get more followers. And the paid ones, you have to keep them there, and it's hard. You know what I mean? But
gotcha. Yeah,
we have a lot of like the way we do everything. I've learned so much in the past like few months, just like working with other models. I've just picked up on stuff from them, picked up on like, and it's just over time I'm getting like really good with it, where I know like how to schedule these messages to get their messages, because like, say like you message them, their message is gonna just get lost in the inbox. You know what I mean? Your first message is always gonna be at the top. So like the way we schedule them, we have to do it like not spammy because they don't want to be like robotic and know like they're talking to me, not the girl. But it has to be enough to where it's keeping their message at the top, so they're always being seen. Get the most views, if you will.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it's working a lot. It works really well. We're growing every account that we've taken over. We're growing, and it's. I'm just trying to get that one big fish. So right now we have like a few models. Like they're making like good money. They're making like 5 to 10 grand a month. A couple of them. But like I want to get that girl that's making that like 50 to 60K and bring her to that 100K, like getting her six figures, which I know with like our management I could. It's just, well, those girls are either A, with management, or B, they're making so much already by themselves that they don't think they need it.
Yeah.
And it's just getting them to trust me and be like, look, like there's no harm. We can do a month trial. And if you don't like what we do, then that's it. But like, I know for a fact that if I did get one of them, they're going to really like what we do.
Yeah.
Like every girl we had is in love with us. Like we never had anybody say like, oh, like, I don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like it's always been good reviews.
So let me ask you this. When it comes to like the guys that are there like top guys that consistently talk to these girls?
Yeah. So each account, we like can see who's spending all the money. You know what I mean? Like after they spend them out and they keep answering, we just kind of get who is people that. So we add them to a list called the VIP list. Okay. So we know like, oh,
is that like an OnlyFans thing? Or
no. We create it. Like you can add lists to your like people, and so we create lists and add them to the VIP list, and then we know like, oh, this guy spends money. Let's maybe even throw him something for free. Yeah, you know what I mean, like. So it's like
throw him a little tip.
Yeah, no.
So you have to talk to these girls and say, hey, this guy wants a video of you fucking XYZ. You know,
pretty much. Yeah. It's like,
are they like sometimes like, no, I'm not into this? Or?
No. I mean, if we get a custom request, I always like, hey, like you got a custom request. Would you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Tell the guy, yeah, tip. It's gonna take like a week, and sometimes they don't even send them the video.
Are you serious?
Sometimes they just forget, and I'm not gonna bug them about it. I'm like, yo, like you need to do this, like. But like some of the guys just don't care. They're like, oh, whatever, and I'm just like, here, sorry, I'll send you some free content, or whatever, and I send them a little bit.
Oh wow! So like these guys will pay money for these special requests, and they don't even get them sometimes.
I mean, I feel like it happens. It does because there's so many like things happening, and these girls can't be recording and shooting content all the time. You know what I mean?
Who shoots their content? Like themselves?
Depends on what they're shooting. You know what I mean? Like some girls that have professional photographers that shoot like just like lingerie photos and stuff like that.
Is it mostly photos or is there videos too?
No, there's videos. I mean, depending on the model, like we have models that have like everything, like from sex tapes, like BG stuff, girl, like everything. You know
what's
what I mean?
BG?
Boy, girl.
Oh, boy, girl.
Yeah, they have like some girls like have like everything, solo stuff, like goes like the whole nine. And
some girls do like full porn, and some girls do like just pictures of them naked.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And the girls that are doing that full porn definitely make a hell of a lot more money. Yeah, by far.
And like, here's my question, I guess, for like, I don't know, I guess the people that don't know much about OnlyFans. When these girls are doing the content and all this shit, do they have to do it like every day? Like, is it like Instagram for like?
No. I mean, the content, I tell my girls, I'm like, yo, it's like, I need content, like a couple things, like a new photo bundle or a video, like a once a week. That's all. Like, just take it Sunday.
These guys, they don't get tired of like the same pictures. Like, they don't have to change it up a little bit. You know?
No, they'll buy it. All I gotta say is new on, and they buy it.
What is new on?
Like new, like it's just say new, like new video, and then they buy it. You know what I mean?
But you have to send them a message, say, "Hey, I just made a new video. Do you want to buy it?" Or they see it.
No, yeah, we send like they get the I get this stuff sent to me. I put it in their vault, and I make like a PPV message, which is like a pay-per-view message, where I have to like unlock it to see it, and I'll like do a little like caption on it or whatever, put a price tag on it, and send it out.
What do they usually charge for? Like this is like free accounts, right?
Free accounts, yeah. We can do it. But I also charge on paid accounts as well for PPV.
Oh, so guys will pay money for the paid account, and then they have to pay extra for like.
Because then if it's a paid account, they have stuff on their wall that's like full nude. If it's a free account, nothing nude on the wall. They have to pay for everything like that.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That's why you like the free accounts though.
Yeah,
because you like lure them in with.
I don't have to do anything. I send like they won't leave. They won't leave the account. They'll always be there. Yeah, because it's not charging them or anything, and I can make more money in the messages. With like the paid accounts, you're gonna have like it's good to have a free and a paid one, because then you could like say, oh, go to my VIP page, and they can go there and they see that. But you'll have like 100 to 1,000 followers in your paid one, but you're really not making like the amount of money you make in your on your subscription price isn't. I don't feel like it's worth it unless you're like a super super big model that everybody's gonna follow. You know what I mean?
Do you have any models in mind that you're like, I would like to get this person?
Not really. I just need to get a big model, man. It's that it'll free me up as from a business standpoint. I'll have that big income coming in. I'll be able to hire somebody that I know is like gonna help me out a lot. You know what I mean? I'll be able to like, because right now it's like making good money for 2 people, but like if we brought a third in, it's just gonna kill the bottom. It's gonna kill the bottom line. So like if we got a bigger model, it's making that like 50 to 60K, bringing that up to like 100K.
What do you charge? Like a couple percent?
30%.
30%.
But we're doing like full on, like they're not going to do anything, which it kind of sucks because OnlyFans takes 20%. So these girls like see 30 and then 20, and that's 50% of their income.
Yeah.
But like we're turning their income into supplemental income. They're not doing anything. It's like renting a house out. You're literally just getting cash.
All you have to do is take pictures.
Exactly.
Or videos.
Yeah. Just go live your life. Do what you would do anyways. Just go to Bora Bora, have fun, take pictures anyways. Like, and then just send them. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
these girls ever get like harassed by these guys in real life?
Actually, yeah. The girl we just signed the other day, she was saying like, yeah, like don't like, cause we sent like a questionnaire, like, yo, like just like what you would not say or do, like what you're okay with, and she was like, yeah, like just only thing I don't want is like you can do whatever you guys want to do, just don't tell them where I'm from or whatever, like where I live, because she's had some stalkers. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I don't.
And she's from XYZ area, and you try to like.
Yeah.
Stay away
Like,
from
a
that.
lot of guys be like, oh, like, where are you from? I'll be like, oh, around, or I'm traveling, or I just say a random state in America or something like that, just to like. I don't know why they think I'm just gonna give that out. Then they ask for like their number. I'm like, I'm not gonna just get. Like,
what do you say? What do you know?
Oh, they asked for a number. I was like, oh, I don't give that out, baby.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's weird. It really is. It's a weird business at first.
Those guys that do that type of stuff, you think they're dangerous or no? Like, you think they actually go fucking do something to those girls?
I want to say no. I want to say no. I'd hope not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think they're dangerous. I really don't. I'm sure there is some that are. Because, I mean, stalkers usually aren't dangerous. You know what I mean?
They're just weird.
They just follow you, like whatever. Like, they're not dangerous at first, but they can turn into dangerous. And that's, I mean, that's just like, I guess when you're in this industry and you're doing that and you have all these some like followers, it really does end up being dangerous, because you're not just like a person like me and you who aren't really in like the limelight, or some random girl that went to high school with us. Like you have a lot of followers. You are famous. It'd be like you're not the typical famous, like you're not like a celebrity, but you are famous to these guys that follow you, and I can see that happening. You know what I mean? Especially with like porn stars and stuff like that. Like
are they in danger? I don't know.
I don't know about in danger. I think that there is guys that would do anything to have sex with them, and it could be dangerous, and that's why a lot of them probably don't disclose where they're from. Yeah. But I don't agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to prevent that. I mean, some of the states they live in are so big.
Carry a gun.
Carry a gun. Yeah. Bear mace. But no, it's like with like social media, I don't like all their location services now. Like Instagram, you can literally, like, they have exact location now. So if you don't turn it off in your settings, if somebody goes to Instagram, they can see exactly, like, they would know exactly where we are right now. They would know me and you sitting right here.
Well, some people are kind of dumb about it. They post their whole life and they post like exactly where they're at every moment.
Exactly, yeah.
So you got to be smart about it. But I can imagine like these girls definitely, I don't know, I feel bad for them and I feel bad for them, but I don't, because like they're putting themselves out there like that, so it's like kind of their fault. But I do feel bad for them in the sense that like they could be in serious harm.
No, yeah, I mean, just because they're in this industry and they're putting themselves out there, like putting everything about them out there, I don't think they deserve to be like
harassed.
Harassed and in that limelight. Like, yeah, I get it. They're in a different industry than the norm. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a social norm right now. OnlyFans has made it a very social norm. Like, you go to, when I was in LA, I used Tinder to find new recruits, because a lot of girls, I swear to God.
It's a great way to do it.
You go to LA or Miami, you go on Tinder, everybody's like, oh, go to my Instagram. You go to Instagram.
OnlyFans.
Link in the bio. Done. I'm like, That's smart. So now every girl I get, I tell them like, yo, make a Tinder. I'm like, why? I was like, because you're getting swiped right by millions and millions of guys all day. Like they're gonna see, like you're gonna get like, just like without even doing anything, you're gonna get followers. You know what I mean?
Are there guys on OnlyFans?
Yeah. There's guys on OnlyFans.
Would you ever manage a guy's OnlyFans account, or is that too far for you?
I would, depending on the money.
Yeah.
One guy actually messaged us asking, and he's like, "Oh, I have like 3 followers." I'm like, "That's not worth
30 followers.
3, yeah, like
3 followers.
3 followers.
3 followers.
I'm like, that's not worth my time, man. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
And I feel like your next question is gonna be: is it girls that follow the guys, or is it guys that follow the guys?
That's a good question. Sorry.
That's always the next question.
I was gonna ask. I wasn't gonna ask that as a follow up, but I was assuming it's just guys, right? I don't think girls are gonna pay for guys.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think girls are as sexual deviants as guys are.
Pretty interesting, bro. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of ways that you can make money on there, and there's probably people that are building stuff to help people manage OnlyFans. Like, there's probably developers and shit like that.
Yeah, I get messages all the time about guys saying, "Oh, I'm like starting a program like OnlyFans where you like I take less percentage." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds great," but then again, how good is your software gonna be? Because the reason OnlyFans is decent, they're not even the best. It's because
who's the best?
I like OnlyFans. It's just
is there another?
There's Loyal Fans. There's a bunch of other platforms exactly like it, but they dump more money in their marketing. The thing that makes those platforms really good is that if you're a top model, they have you at the top. Like you need a list on OnlyFans. There's no list of a list of models, so they're doing no marketing.
Yeah, it's just like if the only marketing I believe from what you're saying OnlyFans has is like Instagram and shit. They don't have
you can do Instagram, TikTok, Tinder, Reddit, Twitter, all that. It's more
Reddit.
I swear to God, dude.
That's funny.
Reddit is actually really big. You post in Reddit forums and stuff. You got guys going there and they see it and they like, oh, Reddit, boom, boom. And like it's funny because like a lot of people don't know how to use Reddit, but it's really not hard at all.
Yeah, it's just a forum, right?
It's just a forum. You just post in it, yeah. And like I'm like when everybody says like, oh, like they're selling like Reddit promotions, I'm like, it's not that hard to use. You just like find the forums and you just go in them. Like it's really weird the way it is. I don't know.
But I feel like OnlyFans is so powerful in terms of like the words OnlyFans that like nobody else would go anywhere else. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, OnlyFans it might shut down.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not sure. I just know that I've talked to people in the industry about it, and they don't think that OnlyFans is gonna. They had to back when they said they're gonna take out all sex like adult content. Like it was a while ago
On the internet?
on OnlyFans. They were gonna shut down all adult content.
I never heard about that. I'm not in the industry. So
No, I know. I mean, it was common knowledge. Everybody knew about it. It was like a big thing. So everybody freaked out. All these girls like left.
How am I gonna make money?
No, but I mean, and in a month, OnlyFans went back and said, "Oh, we were just kidding." They realized that
Maybe I do remember now.
They literally realized once they stopped.
It was a little while ago, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Oh, I do remember that shit.
They probably realized like, oh my God, like our bottom line is shot. All of our money.
Why were they? So that happened, and then all these other platforms came out, or this?
No, well, they were still there, but once these girls like realized that, or once they OnlyFans realized that 90% of their income is adult content. They realized like we can't do that. We have to have it. Like,
oh, of course, bro.
Yeah. It was stupid of them to even like say that.
So that was legit.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and then,
I remember.
Then now they had to come like do. I don't know what exactly it is like logistics wise of like what's going on with them, but they had to do something before a certain date, and then they got an extension on the date because they weren't going to make it, and now people think that they're going to be gone within like the next by the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. And I mean, dude, like, it's crazy because if you think about it.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to do your own platform?
I wanted to start my own platform, yeah. It's just, I realized that it's a lot of work, a lot. Like, I'd have to get 10 to 15 models, 20 models to be, like, 100% behind it. Yes, I'm down, like, let's get on it, to even think about starting it. And
definitely.
It's just, like, it's a lot of money to keep up, a lot of money to start up, and it wasn't.
Damn, but that's crazy because if OnlyFans goes down and they're like shot, they're done, then whoever else is like in line.
They got Loyal Fans, they got Fansly, they got Sex Panther. There's a lot. Sex Panther, yeah. There's a lot of different.
Fansly sounds the best.
Yeah, I like Fansly. I think that the Loyal Fans or Fansly will be one of the two that step up. Also,
I was gonna say Loyal Fans sounds too much like OnlyFans, but Fansly sounds like it sounds like Fansly is
Yeah.
for me, being an outsider.
But think about how much money OnlyFans is making now. Like the fact that they can't get their programming right is ridiculous.
So what's up with? There's something going on. I'll look it up maybe another time, like after the podcast. But so something's going on with them to where they might not be able to.
Yeah, they're gonna be shut down.
I don't know why Pornhub doesn't just make fucking their
They
own
are.
OnlyFans. Oh, are they?
Not Pornhub. What's it called? Who's the people that own Pornhub?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Streammates.
No, there's another company that owns. The reason why I was talking about this is because a friend of mine who's a software developer had another friend who worked as a software developer at Pornhub, but he didn't want to put Pornhub on his resume.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he put the parent company, and it's called something else. I don't remember what it's called.
I have no idea, but Streammates, I've talked to people and they're looking to start their own thing, which is good about Streammates. They do a lot of their own in-house marketing and help the girls. So so say like you're a girl and you want to start an OnlyFans, but you don't want anybody to know. It's awful because like you have to do marketing and
On social media.
that's like the biggest thing. Like you get these subs in from like Reddit or like anything like that or like Tinder. Like they're good subs, they'll follow you, but
What's subscribers?
subscribers, yeah. The subs that spend the money are gonna be the subs that you have from Instagram and TikTok, that people that like actually enjoy your like see what you look like and all that stuff. Getting those like freeloaders in from Reddit is like it's alright, but it's like you need to get the subs from your socials. So when a girl wants to start an OnlyFans and doesn't do it on social media, like doesn't do it through social media, it makes it a lot harder to do. And that's what's good about like Loyal Fans and all those other platforms. You're able to do a little bit of marketing for yourself, like get some subs in, and then once you make a little bit of money, you can get on that list. You can actually scroll through like the models that are on there. OnlyFans doesn't have a list like that or anything
Like a feed that shows. Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because they're taking 20% of all these girls and they don't do any marketing. Like think about it, dude. There's girls that are making six figures that are on OnlyFans. They're getting 20% of all these girls.
Yeah,
like you know, like they have to be worth $1 billion. I'm pretty sure they just got valued actually at almost $1 billion. I'm pretty sure.
Wow, that's crazy.
And they don't want to spend a little bit of money to fix their programming.
They got. I wonder how OnlyFans started. When did it start?
It started as a t-shirt selling company.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can sell like I just actually learned that out recently. They're like selling t-shirts. They had like cooking people on there, like learn how to cook and all that shit. Like
Oh my God.
regular people.
They got lucky.
And then the first girl started showing some ass on there. Like,
And they
holy
didn't
shit,
give a
there's
fuck.
money. There's money here.
That's crazy to me. I don't know the history of it, but that makes sense. They probably started it like you said, to just have cooking or maybe like how to knit or something.
Like something, like just like regular things to do, like learn.
That's crazy how it blew up the way it did.
Sex sells.
Sex sells, yeah.
Sex sells.
That's crazy, bro. That's nuts. And you'd think that like, I mean, if you didn't know anything about society and you saw like how much free porn is on the internet, you'd be like, why would anybody want to go on?
It has nothing to do with the porn. I'll tell you that right now. It has everything to do with
Connection, right?
connection. It's
Yeah.
they really just want to talk to these girls because they can DM them all they want on Instagram. They're not going to answer. They're going to just either it's going to be in the request box or just like junk. They're not going to look at it. You know what I mean? But then they go to the OnlyFans like, oh, I have to talk to these guys, and then they can talk to me. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird that it's sad. It really is.
I was going to ask you the last question about OnlyFans before we move over to something else before we can close the podcast. But do you think it's fucked up that these guys like do this stuff? Do you think it's like there's something wrong with them?
I personally would never do it. I'm a normal person. I can talk to somebody that's not over the computer. But I mean, a lot of these guys, like some of them might be mentally challenged or stuff like that. Like a lot of them like have like issues. You know what I mean?
You think so? Because if they have so much money to spend on these girls,
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, but some of them, I'm not saying like there is some that are like could be a challenge that don't spend money, because there's like on the free accounts, there's guys that don't spend money. They just want to talk.
yeah.
And so like I feel like it could be possible some of them have like issues. You know what I mean? Like some of them are just like weird, like those 45, 50-year-old guys that live in their mom's basement, like those greasy guys, or like guys that are just like so like painfully shy that can't talk to a pretty girl like that. Now they have the chance to talk to a pretty girl, and I think it's nice. Like they get to like it's probably the highlight of these guys' days when these girls answer their messages.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I feel bad that it come to that, but like then again, it's like
Yeah.
whatever, to each his own, you know, like. They like doing it. They like doing it. They want to make me rich. They can make me rich.
I was gonna say,
dude, they're making these girls that have nothing have freaking I8s and
I know
freaking Lamborghinis. Like, dude, like it's crazy.
I know, and a lot of these girls don't even have to get into pornography. Like a lot of girls.
Yeah, if you're famous enough, you can just sell bikini pictures.
Exactly.
That's what I tell. Like some girl asked me, like, oh, like how do I get into it? What do I do? And I'm like, honestly, like. Starting off, like I looked at her social media. It's like, well, your social media, you only have a couple thousand. You're not going to be able to make enough through just socials with just selling bikini pictures. You have to be like, if Kendall Jenner made one or Kylie Jenner made one.
Yeah, because they want to see that shit.
Then they could literally just post a selfie and not have anything and they'll be rich. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down to. It's like being social media influencer. Honestly, like,
exactly.
You know, you got to do a little bit more. You got to, but no, it's more marketing if you don't have a social following. But you can also grow that very easily. I honestly, like, I'm in this industry, but I hate the industry. I hate social media with a passion. It's very fake. It's ruining. Like, these kids look at like Dan Bilzerian or that douchebag freaking what's his name, Top G, that bald guy.
Top G. Oh, Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate.
You don't like Andrew Tate?
No, dude. He's selling freaking
He's funny.
lies to these nerdy kids that are going to get their ass beat.
Oh, you're talking about the fucking, like, what's it called? His, like, little program?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I kind of think that's bullshit.
He's a douche. Dude, I think, dude, awesome for him. He's making a shitload of money selling it to these. It's his program. He's selling it to kids that aren't, like, normal people like you and me. He's selling it to the kids that are spending money on OnlyFans. Yeah. And they're going to, like, try to act like a douchebag and like say something to a girl and they're just gonna be like, what the fuck, and slap them or anything like that. Like it works. The only time you can be a douchebag is if you're rich or you're like a stud. Then it works. If you're an ugly nerd or like you're just somebody that's like shy, it's not gonna work. I don't know. I just don't like that. I'd rather them. I think them going up and having the balls to go say hi is better than them saying something outlandishly douchey.
I watch his videos that come up on my feed sometimes just because I guess some of the pages I follow are similar to some of the content he puts out.
Yeah.
I think some of the stuff he says is good, but I think that on the same token, I think that I don't know much about his mentorship group, so I don't want to talk too much shit about it, but I think that, you know, charging people whatever, $50 a month and promising them that they get rich is kind of like...
It's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. I can't
lean
fully
into it. I don't know about it. I like how he's doing things. I like some of the stuff he does say. It's just like, I don't know. I'd like to hope he's not that much of a douche in person.
He probably is.
You think?
Yeah.
Hey, at him right now.
And maybe not. I don't know. But sometimes people, they play a persona online, but like you said, social media is kind of fake sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes people aren't who they actually are in real life.
No, it's all fake, dude. Like, you can buy followers, and it's like, for what? You know what I mean? It's like just to say like, oh, I have 10K up.
I think it's more about like, especially with your type of stuff. It's more like people. I feel like people want to. If I was one of these guys that was doing subscribing to girls' OnlyFans, if I saw a girl was more famous, and she was talking to me, I would feel more like loved in a way, you know what I mean?
No, I get that, and that's why like it's good to have like a lot of followers and stuff when you're trying to talk to these girls and get them to join, like get on with you.
The same thing, like if you want to do business,
but it's all curb appeal. The only people that really have like full like those those followers are real. Most of them are like the Justin Biebers of the world or the Kanyes of the world. Those have like, and even then, like you go through, like you can go on like an account, say they have like 50 to 100K, you go to the account, you scroll through it, you can just tell that there's a lot of bot accounts that don't do anything, because that doesn't make for good TV or it doesn't make for good social media posts. They're not going to show you what's behind the scenes or what you went through to get to where you're at, what you did. You know what I mean? It's
no, I feel you. I don't like social media either, even though I have to be on it.
No, of course not. I mean, but what we're doing, we have to be.
Yeah. But anyways, hitting on the last thing before we close out the podcast. You wanted to talk about some sports betting. I've bet in the past. I've won some money. I've lost some money. What got you into that?
Honestly, all my friends say I'm the luckiest kid with betting.
Really?
I do my good picks, I throw them out, and I always bet in like parlays and stuff. And
parlays is what? Can you explain that to me? Because
a parlay is when you have multiple games. Like say you have like the money line on 3 different games, you put them all together and it boost the odds. So like say you have like 3 minus 110 games, it's gonna be like plus something after if you put them all together and bet on it. But then all 3 have to hit.
Yeah, you have to hit all the.
But no, I honestly right now I'm not making any money off it. I'm just doing it as a side thing, as for fun. Like I like doing it, enjoy doing it.
You bet every weekend or every.
I bet every day. It's really bad.
Oh really?
Yeah, but I haven't had a losing week in like.
Do you like dollar average better than like you're always positive?
Yeah, past. Well, I mean, I don't want to say always positive.
But I mean, like overall. Like,
overall, I'm up a lot. My bookie wants to kill me. I'm just kidding. Nah, but I'm up a good amount right now. Every week I've gone up. I like to help. Like my friends always like, oh, I'm down so much. I'm like, oh, let me help you out. I actually just gave out a pick on my Telegram channel, Charlie Parlay. Follow it.
that's a good name.
What's it called? I gave that out. 2-teamer parlay slammed. Almost called the Browns game. I had the Browns winning in the under. That I had the Steelers at 17 and the Browns at 20.
So you said that
I thought I said the game was going to be 20-17. Browns are going to win. I got the Steelers score right. I didn't get the Browns score right.
So you didn't get the bet.
No, I had the bet. I took the Browns money line.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying I almost called the score of the game.
Oh, okay.
I on my Instagram, on the Charlie Parlay Instagram, I post like every week. I do like the NFL games. I post those for free. On the Telegram, I send more of like all of my bets, like just for transparency, send like my parlays and my baseball bets and stuff like that.
So like with the bets, it's more than just saying like this team's gonna win, this team's gonna win, right? Sometimes it's like you have to win by a certain amount or like.
I don't like doing that. I like doing. Sometimes I'll do like the run score, like in football games. Sometimes I'll do it. But like baseball, I'll do like the run lines. I don't really like it. It's so hit or miss.
So what do you do? You just do if the one team wins with the other team?
My biggest things, I like to do money line parlays. I know that's dumb, but
why is it dumb? It's just more risky.
Because then they have to win outright. Like say like I took a team at +6, that means that they could win or lose by 6 points. So you have better odds. That you have 2 options. They could lose and still win, or they could win.
That's what I'm saying. So
if I did money line straight up on the one team to win, then I don't have points or anything. Then
so money line means that it's just if they win, they win. If they lose, they lose.
Yes.
You do it.
I do money line.
Wait, sorry. I know, dude.
I don't take the points ever. I'm ballsy with my betting.
But why is that ballsy?
Because if I take the points and I have points to back my bets, that team. If I take the points on a team to that's +6.5 or +7, whatever they're plus at, they could win or they could lose by 6, and my bet still hits. But if I took that same team for just money line, they have to win. They can't lose the game.
Gotcha.
So it's you have better odds. Gotcha. But I don't know. I like to live dangerously.
Oh, so I see what you mean. Because of the way that the risk is distributed, there are certain times where you can still win the bet.
Yeah.
Not on the money line. You can still win the bet if the other team loses.
Yeah.
If it's within that point.
Within the point spread, yeah.
Gotcha.
But I mean, that's why I tell all my friends, like, just don't do big units. Don't only spend what you can spend. You know what I mean? Like, don't.
I've bet on some fights and stuff like that. I've won a couple times. I think one time I won like a couple $100.
Nice.
But I've lost.
Yeah.
I've never lost that much money though. I've always lost like a couple. I won big on the. That's what I won, a couple $100 on the Lomachenko and fucking what's his name, Teofimo Lopez. Mm-hmm. Everyone thought, I don't know if you remember that fight.
I remember the fight. I don't really bet on fighting really.
You don't like it?
I'm not like big into it. I like betting on like baseball, hockey are more profitable. I feel like they're like I mostly hit those bets. NFL, so many like upsets. NBA, so many upsets. One player get taught on that team's gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't really like doing those. But parlays are not the way to go. I've realized that. Like I like doing them. I only bet parlays. But if I was someone that had like I wanted to win a bet and I needed to, I couldn't lose the money, I would just do straight up bets because Vegas is rich off of parlays. You know what I mean? It's those kids that are throwing 6 to 10 league parlays and then they're like, oh, that might hit. No, it's not gonna hit most of the time. It's not gonna hit.
So
parlays, you can parlay. I don't know what it is on Vegas books or whatever, like any of the books.
So what do you have a bookie or use like my bookie or whatever, like the website?
I use a bookie.
Gotcha.
Offline. Gotcha. Don't arrest me, cops.
Is that, I don't know, is that like...
It's not legal in Florida yet, no. Yeah. It was for a quick month.
Yeah, so he's just kidding. But have you ever used like a website like MyBookie or anything like that?
I used
I remember it.
Bovada. Bovada. That's a Canadian.
I used Bovada too.
That's a Canadian-based thing, I think.
On the Peru soccer game I lost though.
Nah, and then I bet on I was on the Hard Rock app that was in Florida.
Side note, thank you for reminding me because I think I have actually still have like a couple. I think I have like $20 in my balance on that account.
On Bovada?
Yeah, I forgot about it.
Throw a parlay in.
Maybe.
But no, it's gonna be legal here in literally probably by the next election. I don't know, soon. It's gonna be really like right now they shut down the Hard Rock app because it's a monopoly.
I don't see a problem with betting. I don't know why there's a problem.
They don't have a problem. It's a victimless crime. You know what I mean? Like people are just losing money.
Yeah, I mean, what's the harm in betting?
People get addicted to it and lose their life savings, start stealing people that they owe money, start killing them. It's a lot more than just like.
I guess, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you could say the same shit about like cars and stuff. Like people can go start racing and they can start killing people on the street and stuff like that. There's always risk with everything.
I think that betting, if you don't have a handle on it, like it can get out of hand quick, and really dangerous. But
so you think it should be?
I don't think it should be illegal. Because I mean, if you can go to a casino, you should be able to sports bet. You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference? And that's why the Hard Rock app was shut down, because you're supposed to only be able to bet at the Hard Rock Casino, like on their grounds. But they made an app, and people were like, I was Sam at your house and I'm betting. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it wasn't like what they said in their monopoly, because there's nobody else that was here yet. But eventually it's going to be legal here, and you're going to have access to all that, because I don't know when it will be, but it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because I put a lot of money into DraftKings stock, even though the whole stock market's down, and their stock just tanked.
No, you're honestly 5 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
5 year old.
I think DraftKings, they do a good job, right?
Yeah, DraftKings good. They don't just do sports betting though. You could do like
NFTs and shit like that on there too.
You could also do what's it called? They have like FanDuel lineups and stuff. You can pick like fantasy football players and fantasy players to like lineups and stuff like that, which is legal. You can do that.
What does that mean?
Like, so I use FanDuel. I don't use DraftKings. So on like the NFL weekend or whatever, you can pick one single game, or like do like the 1 p.m. slates. You pick like a QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a defense, and you pick like the players and defense that you're thinking are gonna like do good. And if you have the more points, you put like, they have dollar entries all the way up to like $50 to $100.
Oh, so you can bet on this?
Yeah, you can bet on this.
It's legal.
It's legal. Yeah. And
what's the difference of that in sports betting though?
Nothing. You're just betting on players, not teams. It's the biggest gray area there is, I guess. I don't know why it is, but you can.
And that's all fantasy?
It's fantasy.
What is it? Do computers like generate this?
The points and stuff like that?
Or is it based off of their performance? You said it's based off of their performance.
Based off of performance, yeah. So you get points for touchdowns, points for yards, points for catch.
And then if your team, so let's say I pick 5 guys, and those 5 guys are playing that weekend, and depending on how those 5 guys do, if they do better than your 5 guys, then I win.
Yeah, but you're going against like 100,000 people or 1,000 people, depending on what.
How many people get paid though?
It's different on each one. It's so like there's some that the top first player, if you bet $1, it's called the $1 million whatever, quick pick 'em or something like that. You can bet $1, and first place gets $1 million.
And that's every weekend.
They have it every weekend. You can get in these like things. There's a bunch of different games and stuff like that. Yeah, like,
but the likelihood of you actually winning that is like.
The likelihood, I mean, I don't know. I've been pretty close to winning, like not the $1 million. I've been like in the money to win 5,000.
Nice.
But then at the last second, I went down to like $50. But
so wait, so people actually win $1 million? Someone's winning $1 million every weekend?
I don't know about it every week. Well, yeah, I guess you could say that every weekend. But there's 200,000 people all putting $5.
Are there companies that like are doing this too? Like are there companies that...
I think FanDuel and DraftKings are the only ones I know. I think there might be one other one.
No, I mean like, are there companies that are like doing the research to make these bets? I would assume so.
Oh, like that to do the lines and stuff like that?
That will go in and bet against like normal people like you and I.
Oh, yeah. They're not companies. There's I guess, I don't really know. Honestly, there's so many people in it. I think, because I look at the lineups that win sometimes, and I'm like, there's just no way in the whole, like, there's no way in the world that somebody like me just picked this team and said, oh, yeah, this is going to be the team that's going to win this.
How many people do you pick? 11?
Depending on the thing, it's a QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a defense on like the full team slate. Or you can do like no defense, just an MVP, like who's going to score the most points in the game. and then like 4 or 5 other players and stuff.
But
like
what
that.
if people choose the same team?
Then you guys split it if you guys win. Yeah, but like those games, you'll look and they'll pick like a 3rd string wide receiver, and
Like some guy who doesn't even play.
some guy that barely touches the football, and he somehow ends up getting like a touchdown in like 30 yards, and you're like, oh, so you got.
Is that why people say Vegas is like kind of like controlling a lot of the shit?
Yeah, I mean, when you see you see the refs go up when they call a flag and they're looking at the call, they're calling Vegas. Just kidding. No. I'd like to think that the integrity of sports is not in Vegas's hands.
That makes so much sense now. I mean, I haven't really, and I'm sure that you can dive way deeper on this topic, but I've never really understood how big it was. I know it's huge.
It's huge.
But yeah, I can
huge.
understand why people think that.
I don't think maybe in like those overseas like random soccer game in like Africa or something like that, or like a soccer game in like Peru that nobody's watching, like random teams, maybe those are fixed. You know what I mean? But I'd like to think that American football, American baseball, and like basketball that aren't like they're not doing that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Let me hit something real quick though. Did you think there's anything funny happened with the election or no?
What do you mean happened with the
In
election?
2020, you think there was anything funny like the election result?
I think so.
Yeah, so let me tell you this. So my dad would always tell me growing up, he'd be like, in Vietnam, you voted, but it doesn't matter. You throw your vote in, it's like fucking taking your vote and putting in the fucking garbage. Like they're gonna elect whoever they want to elect. Same thing in Peru. You would go. I mean, many third world countries.
Yeah, it's all
bullshit. Oh yeah, we're gonna go vote. Yeah, right. You're gonna get whoever they want to be in office.
Yeah.
And I also think that the election was a little funny this year, just to say it very political way. Some very interesting, discrepancies.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought in my lifetime we'd ever see an election that was controversial.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't doubt anything. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, my dad would always tell me that in Vietnam, like, the elections aren't real. There's bullshit. They elect whoever they want to elect. And then it happened that in 2020, something very similar happened in our country.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a, you know what I mean?
It wasn't like a, yeah. I know what you're saying.
So I don't see how, like, maybe Vegas couldn't be similar.
Well, the way I don't think they fixed the games. They definitely, their lines are very, very, like, they have geniuses that are creating the lines for these odds. Mm-hmm. Like, say you get a team at plus 6.5, and the lines change throughout the week. You know what I mean? Depending on how many people are throwing money on this team to win or whatever. It changes throughout the week. So you have to watch the lines, how much they move. And you want to bet against the public and everything, because most of the time the public is just going to go for that easy bet. Like, say like the Chiefs are playing the Jets. Who do you think the public's going to be on?
I don't know.
Everybody's going to be on, everybody's going to be on the Chiefs. Okay. Exactly, yeah. Everybody's going to throw the house on the Chiefs. Yeah. But then that's just going to boost the line and make it a lot harder. And then you're like, oh, wait, maybe let me go against this real quick, because how do you think Vegas stays in business? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they beat the odds.
They have the odds that are in their favor. You go to their slot machines. They're timed payouts. You know what I mean? They have it like on like a I don't even know what it's called, but they have it on like a way like you're not gonna win.
Yeah,
you're never gonna win, and you have to get lucky and be that person that wins when they give it out. Exactly. Yeah. Like last time I went to the casino, I won like $3,000, and I was like pissed drunk after a football game, and I was like, I don't know what I did. I just got lucky.
I've done the slot machine. I think I won like $80 one time. I was like, holy shit.
We were in the Bahamas once, and my little sister, I was at the blackjack table. My little sister went to the slot machine, and first time ever, we were at the casino in the Bahamas in like Atlantis, and I gave her $100 to go put in a slot machine, and first pool, I don't know what she did. I don't know why she did it, but she put the whole 100 in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she put the whole 100 in. I'm like, Faith, I was like, why did you just do this? She goes, I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I go, no, I wanted you to put it like in there and like just like do like
$5 at a time.
Do like dollar pools or something, you know, like have fun for a couple hours. And she pulls it, first pool, starts ringing going off, dude. She won like $1,500. Her
really?
first pool ever. I'm like, God damn it, I just created a monster. But no, it was crazy. It's honestly, the thrill of it's fun. It's very dangerous. You could go broke really fast.
I never really liked gambling. I don't know why. I was just never really was my thing. I would be interested in like maybe getting into sports betting just because, but I have to have more cash to just be able to throw it out there.
It's good if you can control it, because I know people that have gotten in trouble and like end up like just losing everything. You know, it's like everything though.
I'm interested in learning poker though. One of my I guess I could call him my mentor, one of the guys I work with. He's a software developer, really smart dude. And he like, I guess he knows so much about computer science, and he's just, the guy's fucking, he makes a lot of money. He's
gonna teach you how to count cards.
No, but he like picked up poker maybe 2 or 3 years ago because he's just been, I don't know if he's been bored with life, but he just wants to like get something else to like try to master. And poker you never can truly master because it's always, you never know. It's
gonna be different, yeah.
But he's like really good now. He actually went to the World Series of Poker this year.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
How'd he do?
He didn't place or anything. He threw 10,000 and just went and played because he wanted to experience it in fucking Vegas. But I don't think now is a good time for me, but eventually I would like to learn how to play poker.
I mean, you could do house games and stuff and just go play for fun with your friends.
Yeah, but I want to learn, like, there's like theories and shit like that out there. It's either poker or chess. But see, with chess, you can't really make money off chess.
Poker's, it's not hard. It's just knowing.
I played before. I won at a house game one time. Yeah. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I had kind of had like some idea of the.
You just gotta know like the basics. Just like know what cards are better than what, and like everything like that, and like what to fold and what to hold. Never want to chase. It's a really.
You play poker a lot or not really?
I used to. I go to the dog track. They have like a bunch of tables and play there for like a little bit.
That's where he plays sometimes too.
Not anymore. I don't really like going there. It's a bunch of guys that are just like literally live there.
Yeah.
And
you might have seen him.
It's funny, bro. Like I used to go when I was like 20, I think 21, or I don't know. I was younger. I was still in college, and I'd go there and like I'd sit down at the table, and these old guys that live there would just try to bluff me off the table. I'd sit down. First hand that goes around, they're betting like $30 off the rip on like a 1-2 no limit hand where you're supposed to bet like $5 a hand.
I like 21 too. I actually like 21.
I never really got into that.
I like 21 better. I think it's because my dad.
You talking about blackjack? Blackjack. Yeah, blackjack's fun.
I think it's because my dad. My dad. I don't think he always gambled as when he was younger, but he used to go to the casino. Vietnamese people, for some reason, love to gamble. I'm serious. Like Asian people in general love to gamble. And he used to go to the casino. He used to play 21. He wasn't bad, and I think he taught me how to play when I was younger, and I actually liked that game.
Yeah,
but it's fun. I feel like 21 is not as like. I could be wrong. I feel like poker's a little bit more strategical than 21.
Poker, no, it's more strategy and it's luck, a lot of luck. In blackjack,
yeah,
because of the casinos use 2 decks, so you never really like it's different. You know what I mean? It's hard to win. They make it hard to win.
That's why I feel like poker is just a little bit more like
poker is not against the house. You're playing against the 10 people that are at the table or 8 people at the table. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And that's what I like about it because I could have nothing in my hand. I could have literally a 2 and a 7,
and you can still win.
And I could bluff these guys, act like I have 3 aces and bluff them off the table and still win $200 in a hand. But like, am I gonna do that? No, it's too ballsy. I'm gonna try to win, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I like about it. It's not against the house. It's against the people at the table, and then you get that camaraderie, like all like shooting shit with everybody, and like, I like talking shit to everybody at the table, just messing with their heads.
Really?
Yeah, I'm that dude at the table. I have my drink here. I'm sitting there, and I'm just like running my mouth to all of them, just messing with them and stuff. It makes it enjoyable. Who wants to sit at a table and just be like?
I know some people play with like headphones and shit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on. We're at a casino in freaking Miami. We're not at the World Series of Poker, dude. Come on. If I was there, trust me, I'd have sunglasses on and headphones in. I'd look like the biggest asshole. But
what they do that? Why? So they just don't get distracted.
Because a big thing in poker is reading tells.
I was gonna say tells.
And like, say like, see like if you're like this and you're like, if you like look at your card, you just like watch like, oh, like if they have a good hand, they bet like this, like fingertips, like. And like blinking like that, like anything like that, like looking like this, like anything, any small little tell to know that they have a good hand.
Yeah, so you as someone who's playing against them, if you watch the person, and then if let's say they win the hand, you see, okay, he won this hand, he had a good hand. When he was looking at the cards, he did like some shit, and then you keep it in your mind.
You just watch. I don't know how they do it because I could never watch 8 people at a table and learn all their tells in one hand. But I mean, I guess if you're playing with them enough, like. If I was gonna sit down and do it, I never read tells. I could care less. I'm doing it for fun. I'm not trying to win. Like, I mean, I'd like to win. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not gonna sit here and like, okay, he's doing finger taps. He's sweating. He has a good hand. You know what I mean? I'd like to. I think that like.
I feel like eye movement would be like a.
Yeah, eye movement would be. I think the biggest thing is like they start with one person. They watch them, watch their hands, watch what they do, and then they go to the next person. I feel like, and then they just like keep doing that. I feel like that would be like the best way to do it.
Because I feel like if I had a shitty hand, I would look at it for a second and then just look away. But if I had a good hand, then I would think about, okay, I have these 2 cards.
You'd smile a little bit or something like that. Yeah. That's why a lot of them have headphones in, chew gum, or have like glasses on, so they literally can't give away or tell.
And a lot of people, I'm assuming the good people will try to fuck with the other people, like try to do the same
that's
thing.
why they have headphones in, because people like me, I'll mess with your head. I'll just be saying, I was like, oh, I might have, like, you know what I mean? It's like stupid stuff just to mess with them, and then it gets them overthinking.
Yeah.
So that's why probably people have headphones in the World Series of Poker. So 'cause I'm sure they do. There's people that do that. I'm sure there's guys that just mess with people's head and stuff, and that's a big part of their game is getting in their head. But we'll see.
Yeah, cool stuff, bro. It's been a good time on the podcast. Anything else you want to hit on before we close it out?
No, I think we talked over everything.
Talked a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah. Good time catching up.
Yeah, for real. We don't got to do this on a podcast. We got to hang out outside of the office.
I know, we should play some golf real quick. You've been playing golf for your whole life, or?
Yeah, I mean, I started golfing.
You always continue, like even through.
I golfed when I was like in diapers, dude. I was golfing from like 5 to when I was 10, and then my dad was like, "You got to pick one, golf or baseball, because there's like 2 different swings, and they mess up your swing." I was like, "All right, I'm a young kid. I'm energetic. I'd rather play baseball than I would play golf." So I stopped playing till like college. And I played like a couple times in high school, not a lot, like 2-3 times. And I started playing a lot in college, like back up. And
You got a membership anywhere right now or no?
Yeah, I'm a member at Wellington National over on Binks.
I want to be a member of somewhere, but is it like super expensive?
It's retarded expensive.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing the Okiehili has like a.
Oh no, yeah, that's different. Those are cheap. I'm a member at a private
club.
course, yeah, where it's like expensive. But
No, Okiehili is not even a membership though. It's like $120 a year, and you only get discounts.
yeah, but that's like the Palm Beach Player Club already. You can go anywhere and play discount, which is a good deal.
You think it's a good deal?
Before I was a member there, I got that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you can play anywhere.
Yeah, I should. I'll think about it because I've been playing a lot, and it's like it's not that much to play. It's like $30 every time you go, but I feel like it'd be worth it to get a little discount.
No, yeah, it definitely is. It's cool. I enjoy golf, man. I go out, have fun with my friends, drink some beer. And
have you gotten better since you started playing again in college?
So I stopped playing, and then from like 10 to like whatever, and in college I picked it up. I was shooting in the hundreds, and I was like, dude, I'm not this bad. I haven't played. Like I used to be a decent golfer when I was a kid, but that was a jit, you know.
I remember your dad said he used to drive the ball like 300 yards, 350 yards.
My dad used to be good. Now I kick his ass.
Really?
Yeah. No, but I was shooting in like the hundreds, you know. Like the average golfer is shooting 90s. You know what I mean? Like the average golfer is
really
in.
I thought hundreds is like the average golfer, or average.
Average is probably like 90 to 100. Yeah, it's probably like.
Well, I'm talking about the average Joe, not like the average golfer, like the average guy.
Well, we get the average in the pros too in the average. Yeah, so the average would be like 90 to 100.
But I honestly haven't. The last time we went out and played, I think I shot like 102 or something.
Yeah.
But I'm still like trying to get better.
Yeah, I think honestly 90 to 100 is like probably average, because I'm an 8 handicap right now. I was shooting in the hundreds in college, and literally in 2 years I was in the 80s, shooting low 80s. Now like I'm playing a lot more, and I'm an 8 handicap, and I'm below average, they say. I think I'm average still, but I guess I'm better than average.
No, I feel like if you're shooting anywhere, just because I play with a couple of guys, I mean, maybe below average for a golfer, but like the average human being, I feel like it's pretty good, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll put myself against a lot of people that are playing.
Yeah. No, it's cool, bro. I'm still trying to learn, so we'll play one of these days.
Yeah, dude,
and like maybe get some tips too, because honestly, I'm very inconsistent when I hit. I think it's just because the last sport that I truly played was baseball, so I still have that baseball swing in me. Yeah,
you're probably ending on your back foot.
Yeah, but I've actually learned how to like end on my like lean all the front foot weight and stuff. Yeah. It's just I went to the driving range like 4 or 5 times in the past like 2 weeks. I just go to the Okiehili, get a couple buckets of balls, and been hitting them. So I'm getting better. I'm really not bad when it comes to putting. I'm actually pretty good at putting, and like anything short, I'm not bad. But whenever I drive, I mean, I could drive really far, but that shit fucking tails off.
Yeah, because that's because you're finishing on your back foot. I don't even have to watch your swing. I can tell you that that's what's happening.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, that's all baseball players. They hit it really far and really right.
Really?
Yeah. Any baseball player steps on the course, that's where they go.
So what I do to help, this is one of my friends told me to try it out. It's called like a strong grip. I don't know if you ever heard of that before.
No, don't change your grip. Keep your grip the same, and at the driving range, start with all your weight on your front foot and swing like that until you're good. And then
so when he says strong grip is like when you have your grip like this, Like the hand.
That's an open grip.
Open grip.
Yeah.
Open grip.
And
do you have open grip?
No, I have neutral. I keep my everything's in line.
Okay.
You have to make it. I had to see your swing, and I'm a better teacher than player too.
Yeah, but
I've also come from a long line of golfing family, so
I know your dad's. What is your dad's dad is playing golf?
My dad's cousin Charlie Boy was like one of the Charlies. He is a golf teacher, like a golf teaching pro. He's teach like a guy on tour.
Nice.
And his uncle started First Tee of Miami, the foundation, the golf foundation down there. And his dad was, so back in the day, there was no money in golf. Like, nobody really played it.
Yeah.
And they would call him Charlie the Blade because he'd use just the blade putter, and the mob would bet on him to win against professional golfers.
What is a blade putter?
It's a putter. It's like a putter. It's like this big, and it's like a kind of like a chipper. It's like this. It's weird. It's an old club. It's You don't even
doesn't exist anymore.
No, I mean you can find one. It's not. It's a wood shaft and shit like that.
Oh, gotcha.
But the mob would bet on him to beat professionals with just that one club, and he was making more money in doing that than he ever has been. You know what I mean? He was making more money than he was making the pros, and they called him Charlie the Blade. You can look it up. There's articles about him and everything. It's kind of
That's
cool.
your dad's brother?
No, that's my dad's uncle.
So your dad's brother.
My dad's like second uncle or some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my dad's cousin's.
Charlie's
grandpa.
strong, and are you gonna name your son Charlie?
100%.
Yeah, you have to.
100%.
I feel like you have to.
No, I'm the last Charlie to have a son. So like.
Really, the last O'Neill to have a son?
Yeah, because my cousin Stefan's not Charlie. Charlie Boy.
Well, they're not O'Neill either. Because isn't your dad's sisters?
Yeah, my dad's dad is O'Neill.
Yeah, but your dad's dad. Your dad was telling me yesterday. Your dad's dad is O'Neill, but your dad's the only son in your dad's family.
No, he has a brother.
Oh, your dad's a brother?
Yeah, Jim.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that. But yeah, I was gonna say you still have to keep that.
Yeah, no, I'm all the Charlies that are alive still. The two Charlies are dead. One's alive. He's not having any more kids, and then my dad's not having any more kids.
Yeah.
So it's up to me to keep the name going.
I feel like if I was named after my dad, I would feel obligated to pass it down to my son. I wouldn't be the one that cut it off. You know what I mean?
No, I it's not even that. I want to name my kid Charlie. Like it's kind of cool. It's like it's very Italian thing to like have like generations of like names like a Charlie. It's a very like I like it. It's just cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to get out on the golf course. I got to get better. I'm practicing though. You know, I hit a birdie when I went out and played with Chase. I was by pure luck on a par 3. I hit it right on the green. I don't know how the fuck I did it, and then I was really close and I
made the putt. Nice. Yeah, it's a good feeling. It gets you coming back for sure.
Dude, honestly, it's crazy because like I'm sure you felt this way when you came back to it in college, but when I came back to it after not playing for like 15 years, maybe I played golf like twice between the times of when we used to play as kids and when I got back to playing golf this year. Like it kind of felt like good. Like I remember the feeling of when I was a kid and used to play. And it's like, even though my swing's not all the way there, like I don't know. It felt like kind of like going back to something I used to do when I was a kid.
Yeah. I used to be addicted to it, man. I loved golfing. I would go out freaking 4 days a week, try to play. And then now I still like it. I have priorities now. I can't go out in the middle of the week anymore. And I don't have, it sucks because I don't have like I like doing it, have fun doing it, but like I'm so stressed about shooting low now because I'm like a good golfer that it makes it not fun. Yeah. And I'd love anything to go back to me being like, I don't want to go back to being bad, but like I want to be able to go back to being like me being to a point where like, oh my God, I don't care. I want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But like I try it now. I've stopped doing that. I'm like, dude, I'm not good enough. I don't practice. I'm not gonna shoot a low freaking 60 ever. Like,
but like we're young. You 24, right? Mm-hmm. Like in 10 years from now, bro, we keep playing golf like. Even doing it like a couple times a month, like we're gonna be like absolute tanks in like 10 years.
Yeah, you have to. It really comes down to hitting balls every day to be good. But I don't practice enough, so I don't really get mad anymore. I used to, but
like over the time, like imagine when we're in our 40s and we've been playing golf for 20 years. Even if you don't play golf, even if you don't do it every single day, if you do it enough to where you can keep the swing, like you're gonna be amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
But anyways, bro, thank you for coming on. It's been a blast. I'll talk to you after the podcast. But it's Charlie Oneill. Make sure to go check him out on Instagram. Check out his business, Only Managers, on Instagram. And thank you for being on, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's a good time.
Yep. Old school Matt, Charlie Oneill. I'll catch you guys on the next podcast.
Hey guys, thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure to go check out all of our other podcasts, Buffalo Barbecues, our Buffalo Workouts, and also a slew of other things, including challenges and whatnot. So make sure to check out all of these different things. Thank you guys for watching. I am Old School Matt here, and this is Water Buffalo TM. Peace.